Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In today's session, let's see about the BMI calculator in Tkinter. So what is BMI? BMI is body mass index. And how is it calculated? It is calculated with height, weight in kgs. So whatever weight we have, that in kgs divided by height in meters square. So kgs by meter square will give the body mass index or the BMI. So if we are having a weight of 50 kgs and a height of 150 centimeters, then we have to say 50 by 150 divided by 100 so that it will get converted into meters and that value to the power of 2 square. So this is what BMI stands, and today let's see how we can create a BMI calculator in Tkinter. And one more thing, if BMI value is less than or equal to 18.5, then you are underweight. If it is greater than 18.5 and less than or equal to 24.9, it is normal weight. If it is greater than 24.9 and less than 29.9, it is overweight. If it is greater than 29.9, then you are obese. So this is how we calculate the BMI value, and let's see how we can do it in Tkinter today. So I've already written the code. Let me execute it. So select height in centimeters and select weight in kgs. The height one is having a slider which is yellow in color, and the weight is having a slider which is blue in color. So basically we are using the scale widget today to find out the height and the weight, to select the height and the weight, I mean. So when I say 150, if I want to select my weight as 150 centimeters, I can just slide it and select 150 centimeters. Similarly, if I want my weight to be 50 kgs, then I can select 50 kgs for the weight. So this centimeter gets converted into meters in the program, and 50 divided by that particular meter square will give the BMI. So when I click on the button calculate BMI, it says your BMI is 22.2 and you are normal. So when it comes normal, it will be in green color. The background color will be green. When you are underweight, it will be in pink color. When you are overweight, it will be in orange color. And when you are obese, it will be in red color. So this is how the BMI calculator works in Tkinter. So for this, initially we are having a label widget, two scales, one for selecting the height and the other one for selecting the weight, a button to calculate BMI, and two label again, one for BMI value and one for the status, BMI status. So basically we're having three labels, two scales and a button. So now let's code it in this particular session. So initially from Tkinter I am importing star, I am importing the TTK module, and I am importing the message box. Then I am saying win equal to TK, my main Tkinter screen gets created. Win.title is BMI calculator, geometry is 500 pixels by 500 pixels. Resizable, I am giving it false so that it won't resize. It will be in a standard fixed 500 pixel by 500 pixel. Now let's create the widgets. Initially for the title, let me say it's a label widget. Place it in the main window. Text equal to BMI calculator. Font, I'm giving it as a higher font. So let me select Arial, bold, and then let me select the font size as 30. So this is the first label. Now I'll pack it onto the screen. So title dot pack pad x equal to 20. Sorry, pad x I am giving it as 50 and pad y equal to 20. So this is my first label which will display BMI calculator onto the screen. Now let me create a scale widget for the height and for the weight. So height initially equal to a scale widget. Place it in the main window. Its text variable, I'm giving it as V. I'm giving the length of the scale widget equal to 500. Length is 500. It starts from the value from underscore equal to 0 to it will stop at 220 centimeters. Resolution is nothing but the step size. I'm giving it equal to 1. Orient, I'm giving it equal to horizontal. So I'm giving it equal to horizontal. So it's a horizontal scale basically. Trough color, I'm giving it equal to yellow. Label which it should display, I'm giving it as select height in centimeters. So these are the various values. V is a Tkinter variable. So I'm defining V equal to double var. So it's basically a float value. Length of the scale is 500. It starts from the value 0, goes up till 220. Resolution is 1. So every time when you click on the scale, it increases by 1. Its orientation is horizontal. Trough color is yellow and label is select height in centimeters. Similarly, let's create a weight scale. So instead of height, let me make it as weight. It's also placed in main Tkinter screen when variable. Let me give it as equal to W. Length is 500. From 0, it will span till 200. Resolution is 0.1. Orient is horizontal. And trough color, let me give it as blue. And it is weight in kgs. Select weight in kgs. So we are having two scales, one for height and the other one for weight. And we have to pack it onto the screen. So let me say height dot pack pad x equal to 20, pad y equal to 20. Similarly for weight, let me say weight dot pack pad x equal to 20, pad y equal to 20. So we have created a label widget for the title, then a height, we have created a scale widget for height and a scale widget for weight. And now we have to create the button. Button 1 equal to button. Place it on the main window. Text on it is equal to calculate BMI. Background color for it is equal to cyan color. And command, let me give it later on. And now let me pack it onto the screen by saying button1 dot pack pad x equal to 20, pad y equal to 20. Now let me create a label for displaying the BMI. So it is BMI underscore label. Place it on the, it's a label widget. So label, place it on the main window. BMI underscore label equal to a label widget. Place it on the main window. And now let me pack it onto the screen by saying BMI label, BMI underscore label dot pack pad x equal to 50, pad y equal to 20. Now the display label, the label for displaying the status. So let me call it as display underscore label equal to label. Place it on the main window, or let me call it as disp. Disp underscore label is again a label widget. I'm placing it on the main window. And now let me pack it onto the screen. Disp underscore label dot pack pad x equal to 20. Sorry, pad x I'm giving it equal to 50, comma pad y I'm giving it equal to 20. And then let me call my main event loop win dot main loop. I've not given any functionality till now, only the widgets I've added onto the screen. So now when I execute it, after trough color I have to give a comma. After blue also I have to give a comma. Now when I execute it, W is not defined. W is also a double var. W equal to double var. So now when I execute it, let me close it. Let me execute it once again. So basically I'm having a label which is BMI calculator, two scale widgets. One is for height and the other one is for weight. And calculate BMI is a button. And we have not added the functionality. Once we add the functionality, the BMI and the status get displayed onto the screen. So after this, now let me add the function. So for button 1, let me call the command command equal to BMI. So it is a function, BMI is a function which we are calling to calculate the BMI. So DEF BMI. So basically BMI is a function over here. And initially, if both the values are 0, that is the height and the weight, both are 0, then it gives the message. It shows the message box and it will say, please select the values. So if w.get equal to 0.0 or if w.get equal to 0 or v.get equal to 0, if both are 0, that is if either one of them is 0, we give message box dot show error. We have imported the message box also, so we are saying message box dot show error, title is BMI, and then I'm giving please select the values. Messages PL, please select the values. Okay, so if it is not, if either one of them is 0, it will throw an error. Else else it will calculate the BMI. Kgs is equal to nothing but w dot get. So we're using the get method on the scale widget to get the kg selected by the user. Meters is equal to v dot get divided by 100. V dot get is in centimeters, so that I'm dividing it by 100 so that it will get converted into meters. And I'm giving a float over here so that it will get converted into float. Now I have to calculate the BMI, which is nothing but, then I have to calculate the BMI equal to float kgs by meter into meter. So this meter into meter, let me have it in another code, another parenthesis. So basically BMI is nothing but kgs by meter square. And now let me round it off to one digit. So one place, BMI is equal to round. I'm using the round function. So BMI comma 1. So for one digit, one decimal place, I'm rounding off the value. After doing this, I have to display this value on the BMI label. So BMI underscore label dot config text equal to text variable I'm updating over here. BMI colon concatenation symbol space plus concatenation symbol str of BMI. And this I want a font which is equal to Arial bold and 15 in size. Arial bold and 15 in size. After this, so the BMI label gets updated. It is BMI and the value whatever we are getting in this particular BMI will be displayed on the BMI label. Now we have to check if our BMI is more than 19 or less than 24. So those values we have to check. For that, let us call a status and put the BMI value. And now let me define another function called status and pass the BMI value. Now I'm checking if BMI less than or equal to 18.5, In the display label, let me say, so display label dot config, the text, let me change it to you are underweight. So if it is less than 18.5 or equal to 18.5, it is underweight. Underweight. And then the background color, let me give it as pink, and font equal to Arial bold, comma 15. So if the BMI is less than or equal to 18.5, it is underweight. Then I'm saying elif BMI greater than 18.5 and BMI less than or equal to 24.9. If it comes in between these values, then it is normal. You are a normal person. That is normal in weight, normal BMI. So I'm saying disp underscore label dot config. Let me take the same text. You are normal. So when it comes under these values, then your normal BMI. Background color, I'll make it as green for normal. And now let me go to the another elif statement. If it is greater than 24.9 and BMI less than or equal to 29.9, then you are overweight. And the background color is orange. Orange. And now let me add the last statement. If BMI greater than 29.9, then you are obese. The background color, I'm giving it as equal to red. So these are the different calculations we are doing to display the status of the BMI. So basically we are having a title, two scales, one for height and the other one for weight, a button to calculate the BMI, and a BMI label and the display label. On the click of the button, the BMI function gets called. It will calculate the BMI. It will take the kgs, that is w.get. It will take the height in centimeters divided by 100. It will calculate BMI, round off the BMI to one digit, and then it will display the BMI value onto the BMI label widget. Then it will call the status function by passing BMI. It will compare and update the display label text. So in this way, we can calculate the BMI and display the status of the BMI onto the screen. So now when I execute it, let me select my height equal to 150. So let me select it to 150. Weight, let me select it to 40. Let me select, drag it so that it will be easier. Okay. So height is 150, weight is 40. Now when I calculate the BMI, BMI is 17.8 and it says you are underweight because it is less than 18.5. So the message you are underweight get displayed. Now when I make my BMI equal to 50, weight equal to 50 kgs, calculate BMI, then I get it as normal because it is 22.2. It is in the range 18.5 to 24.9. So it tells it is normal BMI. Now if I make it 60 kgs, if I make it 60 kgs, calculate BMI, it says you are overweight. Now if I make it as 80 kgs, 80.1, calculate, then it says you are obese. So based on this calculator, we can find out if it is a normal BMI, underweight, overweight or obese. So hope so friends it was clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to get notification of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.